Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki Mansai. Liverpool have just trounced Sparta Prague 6-1 and Klopp is a genius. You know why? He went really strong against Sparta Prague, not only to destroy any chance of a comeback, to silence the possibilities of Sparta Prague doing something and making it shaky bum time. 4 goals in the first 14 minutes, right? But also the underlying narrative, the underlying story here, which is why Klopp is a master of man management and game management and managing Liverpool Football Club. He's given everyone the up form arrow, red arrows, team of the week, player of the season, player of the year, whatever. They're all massively in form now, especially Gakpo coming back with 2 goals. Possibly should have had a hat-trick. Harvey Elliott making goal contributions once again consistently throughout the season. Bobby Clark, a youngster, hasn't put a foot wrong every time Bobby Clark has come on. Very reliable, athletic, great demeanour, great attitude, can contribute in the final third, can contribute in the defensive half, turning over the ball, something like 3 goal contributions in 3 matches, scoring 1 today. Clinical through the keeper as well. We have the youngsters, Jarell Quansah, Connor Bradley, firmly established in that first team lineup, but then you have James McConnell coming on, showing what he's about, controlling the tempo, controlling the pace and the dark arts of the number 6 position, even though he's a hybrid 6 and 8. We have so many youngsters. Jaden Dands as well, right? Coming back from concussion. He wasn't risked for this particular matchup, but it's great to see. Matthias Musilowski, who was one of our wonder kids, brightest, talented stars in the young ranks. He went a little bit off track, but now he's made his debut for Liverpool. What an achievement. Go on, my man. Carve out a career in Liverpool. Szoboszlai overlapping, getting that game tempo and game fitness back, pulling back, long shots, trying to dictate the play. It's just amazing to see Nunez scoring early on, the most important goal, the first goal, breaking the deadlock, but then scuffing and missing that easy chance. Ballooned over the bar, something like that. It's good to get out of the way before Man United coming up, because Man United FA Cup, something like 12:30 next day AM, late night one for me. Don't matter, I'm going to watch that bad boy because someone must qualify. Am I right in saying quarterfinals replay gets scrapped? So even if it's at Old Trafford, the crowd will get behind them, wanting them to go on and attack and achieve something. They can't just defend every man behind the ball. They've got to do something, right? And we are bang in form, and we have the players to make an impact, and we've got players on the bench and players coming back. Even Ryan Gravenberch might be coming back. Kelleher is established himself as a predominant number 1 now, considering that Alisson is out for a prolonged period of time. But Van Dijk getting the cobwebs away, consistency, energy in the legs, blood flowing. And I can't remember who, but someone made a very good point in that you don't want to overload the team with youngsters because they don't want to feel like an under-21s match or a reserve match. They want to feel part of the first team setup. So you embed them into the team with your Gakpo, with your Nunez, with your Szoboszlai, with your Endo, with your Van Dijk, right? Tsimikas came on. Costa Tsimikas, quality left one-footed delivery on the left-hand side. Robertson inverted to centre-back position. This is the kind of game where you can experiment and have just people in the right positions. Klopp alluded to the fact that Mo Salah, you've got to stay on because Bobby Clark went down. Okay, Musilowski comes on, but Salah, don't track back, don't defend, but not for Sunday. Sunday, you track back and you defend like your life depended on it, because we need to take the game to Man United, and I want to see that attacking verve, that penetration, right in behind, no mercy. Oh, Nana, with the turn, pick up the ball out of the goal, something like that. I don't know. I want to see lots and lots of shots on target, because Man United have faced like a huge amount of shots on target this season. I think everyone can pepper that Man United goal. There must be at least top 2 or top 3 shots against or something like that, right? And they're not high scorers particularly either. And the transfers this summer has just been very questionable. Mason Mount has been a non-factor, non-impact whatsoever. Amrabat probably isn't fit enough or good enough to play in the Man United system. He's a decent player, but he just doesn't suit that kind of system. Obviously, Rasmus Højlund, their big hope, but Konate and Van Dijk, and Konate might be back as well, because Klopp alluded to the fact that it's looking very good for Konate to come back. But Jarell Quansah, you have confidence in him as well. Joe Gomez plugging away every week, doesn't matter what position, got himself back in the England lineup. Last time he was in England lineup, that knee thing, and then the Sterling scratching him in the face, little kitty paddy paws. Yeah, hopefully Gomez can come back safe, but at least he's earned the call up, right, to the European Championships. Obviously, it would have been better to have a rest, but respect the players, respect their careers, and he's going to do something for England, because England could win the European Championship. I will do a video perhaps on the squad and what they should do, because Gareth Southgate has an abundance of talent there, and it's really interesting to see what he should do and what he probably will do. And Ben White not being called up, something suspicious going on there. Is it a falling out? I don't know. Either way, yeah, they've got an abundance of talent in the England squad, but what I really want to talk about is a Man United match and how I believe Liverpool should line up on Sunday to go at Man United right from the start. And that 7-0 trouncing is still fresh in my memory, because I want another win. Okay, it may not be a big result, but it could be a big result. And here's the thing, we have the squad, we have the talent, and up form arrows. The up form arrows is very important, and Nunez has got his occasional wobbly finish out of the way. Now I expect him to be clinical on Sunday. Gravenberch potentially coming back, Konate potentially coming back, the youngsters in as well. Bobby Clark, hopefully he's okay for that match. James McConnell could come on as well. Simicas could start at left back, could be Robbo, could be Gomez inverting. So many options. Let's get into a potential lineup against Man United. So to understand what Man United are looking to do, we'll probably go a long way to explaining what Liverpool will try to do to nullify them, and how we set up and how we can break them defensively. So obviously Onana in goal, they're number one, right? OP, he's not. Onana. If Maguire is fit, Maguire comes in on the left. You'd probably expect Varane to come in as well. I think Dalot will probably have to do a shift at left back with Lindelof at right back. They do have their injury concerns. It's going to be Kobe Mainu and Casemiro trying to hold and disrupt. There's a world where McTominay could come in there as well for one of these two. Ultimately depends whether Rasmus Højlund is fit, but I fancy Van Dijk and Konate to shuffle out that kind of striker. But let's put the names in. We got Rashford on this side and Garnacho on this side. Potentially Bruno Fernandes can go here, but ultimately depends. If Rasmus Højlund is fit, Rasmus Højlund goes here and Bruno Fernandes goes here. If not, you could even have a Bruno Fernandes false nine type of thing, which just doesn't work really. He's not that kind of player, which means that McTominay starts here. But I have a feeling that Højlund will start and they'll try to go all out and have the game like this. Sometimes Ten Hag likes to put Fernandes on the right wing. Very, very interesting ploy. I don't know if it really is that effective in all honesty, but let's imagine that they have this kind of form. So Højlund will run the channels, run both sides, really try to stretch a play on both sides. If he does go there, Rashford comes in to try to do his shots, influencing play there. Bruno Fernandes in and around this half space here is very effective, very deadly. He also could vacate to this kind of position, allowing Rasmus and Rashford to intertwine and interchange and go in and around as well. Garnacho is obviously on this side, cutting inside and trying to shoot across as well. And these two aren't particularly adventurous. Dalot can go forward more than Lindelof, but Lindelof, more often than not, probably forms the back three. Casemiro holds, Mainu progresses into play, and Dalot goes into this kind of space here as well. I do not think they really have a lot of build up on the right hand side. Garnacho tries to get one-on-one in amongst them. Mainu comes in for support as well. Højlund might dash out there for support, allowing Garnacho to come in, but Rashford will always try the same thing, because going down the outside is really not his game. He doesn't assist. He just does not assist that many goals. Fernandes will be trying to get his influence, trying a pot shot and trying to run in behind as well for any off balls and a dummy runner, and Højlund's actually a pretty good dummy runner for Fernandes to get in as well. But their game is pretty simple, and you know what they're trying to do. Keep it tight, frustrate, get men behind the ball. I think at times it will be a very tight defensive unit. Lindelof will really tuck in, Maguire will tuck in, Dalot will stay back, Casemiro sitting in front, Mainu sitting in front. Fernandes might drop back, he might make an effort if it's not having his hands in the air. Garnacho does put in a shift as well. Hard-working young player. Højlund does run around, do a shift as well, but Rashford will probably just be walking, trotting around until the ball comes to him. So that is Man United's setup, and ultimately it's going to be very hard to break them down, because even though they're at home, they're going to look for counter-attacks, they're going to look for Rashford dashing, Højlund dashing, Garnacho dashing, interchange as well, Garnacho coming inside, Rashford coming inside, Højlund running the channels as well. Dalot probably supporting, Fernandes being in the supportive role where someone doesn't like to go in the pockets. Casemiro, Mainu holding it up. They won't push particularly high, wary of the pace of Nunez. So it'll be that kind of shape for Manchester United. So let's look at Liverpool. Okay, so we have a few personnel that go straight in, I believe. Kelleher will start. Van Dijk will start. If Konate is fit, Konate comes straight back in, because Jarrell Quansah is very reliable. They had a fantastic game against Manchester City. It is a cup after all, FA Cup, but I think you have to keep the motivation levels high. The form arrows are good, and Konate is probably a better matchup against Rasmus Højlund. If Konate is fit, which Klopp alluded to, he will need some match fitness. He will need to get back into the pace of things, and Man United is a great one on the counter-attack against Rashford, against Højlund, bodying out Bruno Fernandes as well, and potentially Garnacho. Konate, man mountain. Now right back is an interesting choice. Do you go with a Joe Gomez on the right or Joe Gomez on the left, or do you go with Conor Bradley? Now Conor Bradley has been established as a right back, and Gomez has been more utility, even appearing in a number 6, which he could do to give Endo a rest. McAllister could also go number 6. But I think if If it ain't broke, don't fix it, and Conor Bradley has been doing a sterling job, and he's on there on merit. Obviously, Trent will come back in eventually. Technical wizard, technical god, adds so much to our game, and we really have the ability to switch the play and dominate the play from any area of the pitch when Trent is on there for his delivery, but Bradley comes in, which leaves the left back. Now, Gomez could go in there to handle the threat of Garnacho. Robertson is our steady Eddie, reliable Robbo. Tsimikas has quality delivery as well, so you're a little bit spoilt for choice, but I think we need to give Gomez a rest. Joe Maldini has been exceptional. One of our players of the season, at least top 3. Let's go with Robertson to give us that balance, and obviously he will track Garnacho into Van Dijk, and Van Dijk will crunch Garnacho. Looking forward to it. Wataru Endo, Man Mountain, the Big E, the God Emperor of Mankind, sits in there because he will mark Bruno Fernandes like crazy and completely nullify his attacking threat. I think Endo is vitally important at an away stadium like Old Trafford to silence the crowd with a crunching tackle, and he'll help us get on the front foot as well. And it's Endo's presence that allows sexy, majestic McAllister to really bomb forward. Now, the reason why these two act so well together is because they can form the double pivot at the bottom, but also breaking the lines with a pass to get the number 8 into the half space is fantastic, and Endo is so good at doing that. But occasionally McAllister can drop back and find this player in those spaces as well. So with the combination of both of them in the lineup, it just adds so much balance. They might be the most balanced midfield pairing in the Premier League because they absolutely dominated Manchester City, who also have fantastic players in and around that area as well. Obviously Kevin De Bruyne, superstar, eaten alive and shackled and in Endo's pocket. Emperor Endo is in there. McAllister is in there on merit as well, because from the right hand delivery he can deliver with aplomb, with quality, a chip through ball, left foot, right foot, calmness, composure, and he gets us high up on the pitch. You're giving the ball here, something's going to happen. On the left hand side, does Gravenberch come back in? Does Harvey Elliott come back in? Now this is a very interesting one because Harvey Elliott is trusted this season. He is really on it in terms of helping us transition to play, being an outlet, quality left foot, taking long shots, taking responsibility, taking gains by the scruff of the neck. He just keeps going and going and going. His versatility is top notch. Right wing, right midfield, never complains, gets on with the job. Always effective, always tries to penetrate, always plays the quick ball, very fleet-footed, very good on his feet, very good off-the-ball movement as well. He can come off the bench and make an impact as well. And Szoboszlai's got to play his way into form, but you don't want to burn him out having come off is that a hamstring injury that Szoboszlai sustained? Something like that, right? So it'll be a very interesting point. If Elliott starts in his right 8 and McAllister shifts to the left, but we are Old Trafford and I think long shots could play a part here, and we look for set piece delivery. Robertson obviously has a great delivery, but you need options as well. So on this occasion I think Szoboszlai is in here, but also because of his pace, right? Against a Casemiro, against a Mainu, he can break through that line. You're going to need someone to break through the defensive shield, and Harvey Elliott can do it with a cute pass and penetration, but Szoboszlai's got that physicality, and it will be a bit of a battle. And if you outwork them, out-physique them with physicality and muscle, then yeah, we'll go places, because we'll crunch them in midfield, we'll dominate the midfield, dominate the position, and really try to make things happen in these half spaces, which is the most important for Liverpool FC, because if we can win the battle in and amongst the sixes, which Manchester City tried to do against us, then we will get a lot of joy, because that's how Man United set up to really congest and block out that space, the low block of Mainu and Casemiro, Lindelof tucking in alongside Varane and Maguire. As I said, a long shot is the call of the day, and this is all facilitated by this front line, because we've given Lucho Diaz a rest and he's got to come straight in. He didn't have his shooting boots on, but apart from that he did absolutely everything to terrorise him. And Luis Diaz against Victor Lindelof is a matchup I want to see again and again and again. Surely we win this match on the wings. Okay, you have Salah, Egyptian King, against Dalot. Okay, and Dalot can blow hot and cold, he can have a good match, but Salah will have Dalot on toast if he's not helped out. But his help is Maguire. Drag Maguire out of position, out of this central comfortable space. Entertainment, baby. Maguire is one of the most entertaining YouTubers I've ever seen. He is a content creator of top quality, who said that Manchester United fans can't be epic content creators for Liverpool related content. Harry Maguire, highlight reel, love it. Yeah, Mo Salah, Egyptian King, right wing, Luis Diaz cutting aside against Lindelof as well, and Varane nowadays, he's getting old, doesn't like to be pulled out of position, which is why Darwin Nunez is absolutely fantastic, because he is a terror. He's got like 9 goals in 11 games or something like that in the past efforts. I heard that statistic called out somewhere. But running down the line, right, there'll be a world where Nunez goes up against Victor Lindelof. I want to see that too, which means Lucho Diaz cuts inside, which means Szoboszlai can be on the outside and Salah can be on the back post. McAllister can back up as well, and you congest them in. You really congest the play, because sure, they're deadly on the counter-attack, but Konate has shown they can keep up stride for stride with Rashford, as can Van Dijk, and Bradley, a 1v1 defender against Rashford, should be doing pretty well as well. Gomez does quite good against Rashford, so we're spoiled for choice. And Endo, Szoboszlai, Konate, Van Dijk, this square here is so difficult to penetrate because they're all hard working, all get their foot in, and McAllister can drop in as well. So if you really, really want to be sickeningly tight, that is a formidable unit to get past. And then you just let these three do their thing. If Salah's cutting inside, Lucho Diaz can go around the right hand side, Nunez can go with pace on Lindelof, a ball from Konate in and behind, McAllister in and behind. You're going to get so much joy, I think, on the flanks. The ball doesn't even need to go in behind because they'll sit deep, but that's a potential option. But if you get the ball to Nunez, he can outrun from that side, he can cut inside and this side, which means Lucho Diaz pins the man 1v1. Lucho Diaz has actually been going in this line run. He didn't at the start of the season, he always cut in, but now he's going on this line fairly often, and that's how he done in Rodri and Walker as well, hitting it against Walker for the corner. But he's becoming more and more effective, more and more versatile, going inside and outside on a wing play position. And Salah is always Salah. Big game contribution coming in from left. You know what he's going to do. But he's also a playmaker. So when you have McAllister and Salah and Bradley on this side, if Bradley's the one overlapping, if it's in and around the outside, it's a pullback. If it's a pullback to Salah, it's a shot from the edge of the area. If Salah's in here marked, then it's a outside of the foot ball into a Nunez or Lucho Diaz around the outside, and anything that spills comes out to Szoboszlai's long shotting remit from the end of area. If we turn over the ball, McAllister and Endo are well placed here to win the ball high up and turn it over again. If we need to rotate, they split out wide. Robertson goes here, Konate goes here, Van Dijk goes here, out this way, or if the players follow these two, Van Dijk bursts through the middle and feeds the short ball from McAllister or Endo to break the lines as well. So much power, so much power. And if you need quality delivery at the end of the game, Simicast comes on for Robertson. If you need legs, if we're ahead, Bobby Clark is a great option. Hopefully Gravenberch is back here as well. Harvey Elliott. If we're really, really winning, save Salah, Harvey Elliott, pseudo right winger. If we need someone to break with a bit of finesse from midfield, Szoboszlai comes off for Elliott because he's still coming back from injury. Gakpo scored 2. Gakpo versus Nunez is only a situational sub that I want to see because there is a slight drop-off in penetration from in behind. But when you have Salah and Lucho Diaz, the drop-off isn't that critical compared to when we don't have them, when it's like a Harvey Elliott instead of a Salah, for example. But if possible, let's save Salah, let's save Lucho Diaz, let's save Nunez. Hopefully we get ahead in good time, which allow Gakpo to come on, because Gakpo has his scoring boots on against Man United with clinical finishing, running in behind, and it's always good to see people like a Goldbridge complain and moan that they should have got Gakpo but weren't given the funds. But I really, really think this is the time that we show our title winning credential, our cup quadruple winning credential, because Man United, therefore, taking our squad is great. We're on form. Klopp played a strong squad against Sparta Prague to get everyone up form arrow, and I want to see them demolish. I want to see them clean house. Sure, Man United could score on a break. They could score a scrappy goal. They could score a set piece. It can happen. Casemiro, if McTominay plays, Mainu, solid. They're going to be low block. The crowd are hoping for counter-attack and something to happen. Rasmus Højlund, they wanting him to be fit as well. He's their main goal threat at this time. Bruno Fernandes is their main creator. Garnacho can pull something off. Rashford can pull something else. But overall, as a team in this form, with this quality, Man United fans are right to be scared. And we should turn up there and show what we're about. Because if we really start building on performance, the goals will come and then the results will come. As I mentioned, Liverpool are only one of 2 teams who can win maximum points now in the Premier League. One of Arsenal and Man City have to drop points because they're head-to-head in the next match. Liverpool, it's your time, baby. Make sure you like this video. Help get this video seen. Lots of stuff coming up, really lots of plans in the works as well. Thank you so much for the comments and all those ideas around next videos to be made. I'm working on quite a few videos at the moment based on your suggestions. It's taking me a little bit more time to compile together and do the editing. But once again, yeah, football's coming thick and fast, and I'm loving it because Liverpool bang in form. Klopp's final season. Klopp against Bayer Leverkusen in the final. Ooh, it would be tasty, wouldn't it? Really, a bit spicy, interesting. But the Prince just promised Alonso against the Jurgen Kaiser Klopp. I think it's a mismatch. Klopp all the way, baby. Until next time, Miyazaki man, Ichiban, Janet.